Fellow reader, have you ever found yourself in a bookstore, agonizing over what book you want to read next? It can be a tough decision, especially with all of the options available to readers. Stories filled with magic. Stories filled with space and the unknown. Stories filled with horror. The decision is even tougher if you're on the hunt for Christian fiction. Do you go for stories about the coming apocalypse? Stories oozing with romance? Stories of evil versus good? How many of you have found yourself standing before a shelf of books, scanning book covers, reading book descriptions, and even skimming to the last page to see if the main character dies, only to find yourself disappointed? For you, most of the secular fiction is a bit too secular, and most of the Christian fiction is a bit too unrealistic, safe, religious. You feel ridiculous wanting edgy real-world content in a Christian novel. I mean, it's heresy, it's blasphemy, it's unheard of! Is there anywhere you can go to find a crossover tale? Fellow writers, have you ever found yourself staring at a blank page, sweat dripping from your brow, your head reeling with fantastical plots of fantasy, science fiction, and adventure, all with Christ-centered themes? You write your story, and in the end you're proud of what you've accomplished. Sure, your story has some edgy content in it, but the content is serving a purpose, to show the darkness so the light of Christ can burn brighter. Wanting to cover your bases, you send queries out to both Christian and secular publishing companies. Unfortunately, even though your story may be compelling, well-written, and even Christ-centered, most Christian publishers don't care for your edgy content. And even though your story has the ability to appeal to many different readers, the secular publishers feel a bit uncomfortable with how faith-based and spiritual your themes are. Is there anywhere you can go to publish your crossover tale? We're proud to introduce you to the Crossover Alliance. The Crossover Alliance is a publishing company that deals in edgy Christian speculative fiction. In general terms, Christ-centered fiction with edgy content, such as sexual themes, language, drug use, or violence. The term edgy doesn't only encompass content though, it can also be applied to certain situation, themes, and character deficiencies that are not typically found or allowed in Christian fiction. This unique type of fiction crosses the line of both secular fiction and Christian fiction to create a new breed, not just to appeal to a wider audience, but also to shed light on realistic, entertaining writing that has the power to attract both Christians and non-Christians alike. Our business will be opening its doors this fall, and our campaign is to cover our first year's fiction catalog. Our goal at the Crossover Alliance is to publish at least 6 books per year. We have better than average royalty rates that favor authors across the board, and we have a unique rating and content system that allows our readers to find the perfect book. By pledging to our campaign, you'll be able to score some awesome perks, including ebook subscriptions to our first year's catalog. Thank you for your time, and we hope you'll support the Crossover Alliance, where light shines brighter in the darkness.